What's up, Legends of Los Santos? Rio here. New week, new event. And this one's a little different, because for the first time in a while, Rockstar's actually asking you to pick a side. Sprunk or E-Cola? Let's get into everything live this week, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where to spend your time. First, the headline. This is Brand Wars, a 2-week event, and it's built around a genuine soda rivalry playing out in the game. You link your Twitch and Rockstar Games accounts, watch select Twitch drops-enabled streams anytime between now and August 26th, and depending on which side you're supporting, Team Sprunk or Team E-Cola, you walk away with either the Sprunk sweatsuit or the E-Cola tracksuit, plus up to $2 million. That's not a typo. $2 million. $2 million! $2 million! $2 million! Just for watching the right streams with your account linked. For anyone who's been around this game a while, Sprunk vs. E-Cola isn't new. Rockstar's run versions of this brand rivalry before, and it's always been more about community engagement than a serious money week.
Cash.
This version's got real cash attached through the Twitch drop system though, which is a step up from past iterations that were mostly just cosmetic bragging rights. Now, before you get too excited, that's the ceiling, not a guarantee. It scales with how much qualifying stream time you actually watch, so don't expect the full 2 million from 10 minutes on a stream. But even partial credit here is genuinely good value for something that costs you zero in-game effort. My honest take on Twitch drops events like this, they're a bit of a mixed bag depending on your setup. If you're already someone who has a stream on in the background while you're doing other things, this is basically free money. Just pick a creator running the drops, link your account, and let it run. If you've never messed with Twitch drops before, and you're not really a stream-watching type of player, I wouldn't go out of my way to build a habit around it just for this event. It's a nice bonus if it fits your routine already, not something worth restructuring your week around. While you're picking a side, there's a pile of free stuff too. Sprunk and E-Cola bodysuits, free at any clothing store. Doesn't matter which side you land on, you can grab both if you want. There's also a free Declasse Hot Ring Saber waiting for you at Southern San Andreas Super Autos. And if you log in this week, you'll also pick up the Sprunk and E-Cola livery for that Saber, plus vanity plates for both brands at any vehicle workshop. All free, all just for logging in and walking into the right building. And if you're a GTA Plus member, there's one more thing worth knowing. Early access to the Gallivanter Warden SUV, completely free this week, before it goes on general sale. Once it does hit wide release, expect to pay somewhere around $1.6 million for it. If you've got GTA Plus, this is a straight freebie, don't sleep on it. And honestly, this is one of those weeks that makes GTA Plus feel worth it if you've been on the fence about subscribing. A car that'll cost regular players over $1.5 million next week. Free right now. That's a real number, not a token perk. Now let's talk multipliers, because this week's actually stacked well if you're chasing RP or cash. 4 times money and RP on the Hot Ring Circuit series. Free mode challenges and free mode events. That's the best multiplier on the board this week, and it lines up conveniently with that free Hot Ring Saber you just picked up. So if you're going to race, this is genuinely the week to do it. On top of that, triple money and RP on a handful of odd jobs, paper route, firefighter, forklift operator, quickie farm deliveries, and safeguard deliveries, plus triple on the community series as well. None of these take long individually, so if you've only got a short session, these are good filler activities that still pay well. And here's something easy to miss if you're not paying attention. Weekly completion bonuses have reset across a range of heists and missions this week. That means your first-time completion bonus on a lot of content is back to its boosted rate. So if there's a heist you've been putting off, this is a decent excuse to knock it out. It's not the same as last week's guaranteed Panther statue. Nothing this week hits that number. But a reset first-time bonus across your usual heist rotation still adds up if you're running more than one this week.
Get in line.
Your weekly challenge this week is completing 3 business battles, and it's paying out at 2.5 times the usual rate, $250,000 instead of the standard $100,000, plus the Impotent Rage sweatsuit. Quick, contained, and a genuinely good use of 15 or 20 minutes if you've got them. If you haven't run business battles much before, it's exactly what it sounds like. Competitive free mode objectives against other players. So go in expecting some resistance rather than a solo grind. Now, discounts and vehicles, because there's a fair bit rotating through this week. This week's podium vehicle at the Diamond Casino is the Pfister Astron, retailing around $1.58 million. Pure lucky wheel luck if you're chasing it. Your actual prize ride, the one you can work toward, is the RioGTAstate, a luxury sedan running about 1.8 million retail, or a discounted price if you've already got 10 security contracts done as leader. To unlock it, you need top 4 finishes in the LS Car Meet series, 3 days running. Worth a quick word on the RioGTAstate itself if you're deciding whether it's worth chasing. It's a sedan, not a supercar, so if you're expecting something that competes with your Osiris or your Autark on a track, that's not really what this car is for. It's more of a statement piece, luxury styling, decent handling for its class. If you're already competitive in the Car Meet series and 3 top 4 finishes is realistic for you anyway, absolutely go for it. It's free at that point. If you'd be grinding specifically to unlock it, I'd weigh that against just buying something you actually want with cash instead. On the discount side, the Hot Ring Hellfire and Hot Ring Everon are both 40% off, on brand with the whole Brand Wars theme this week. And Hands-On Car Wash is also 40% off, if that's relevant to your setup. Beyond that, you've got a decent spread of 30% discounts: the Overflawed Autark, Pegasi Osiris, Nagasaki Weaponized Dinghy, Mammoth Patriot Milspec, Obey Tailgater S, Progen GP1, Vapid Clickwagon, Benefactor Sterling GT, and the Shih Tzu K-Tora. Nothing on that list is essential, but if any of them were already on your radar, now's a fine time to buy. Quick honest opinion on that discount list, because I know some of you are going to ask about specific ones. The Overflawed Autark and Pegasi Osiris are both solid supercars if you've been shopping in that range. Either one's a reasonable pickup at 30% off. The Mammoth Patriot Milspec is more of a want than a need. Fun off-road toy, but not something I'd prioritize unless you're already building out that side of your garage. And the Nagasaki Weaponized Dinghy, I'll be honest, that one's a niche pick. Great if you're doing water-based griefing or defense, completely skippable otherwise. Gunvan's actually got something genuinely free this week too, the Unholy Hellbringer, no cost at all. Alongside that, the battle rifle's 50% off for everyone, and GTA Plus members get the precision rifle at 40% off. Your Court Center heist primary targets this week are Gone to Seed, Chat on Fruit, and Juiced, all paintings rotating through as usual. Your FIB priority file is the black box file if you own the Garment Factory, and over at the Salvage Yard, this week's robbery targets are the True Fade Z-Type off the Podium Robbery, the Ubermacht Sentinel Classic off the Duggan Robbery, and the Vapid Caracara 4x4 off the Gangbanger Robbery. As I mentioned, none of those 3 are headline money this week, honestly. They're the kind of steady background activities that are always worth doing if you're already in the area, but I wouldn't build your whole session around them the way you would with something like the Court Center's first-time completion bonus during a bigger event week. Treat them as filler between the actual priorities. If you're on enhanced hardware, PC Enhanced, PlayStation 5, or Xbox Series X or S, your premium test ride is the Karen S95. And your time trials this week are end-to-end on Standard, and Terminal to Chiliad Mountain State Wilderness on HSW. Premium Race this week is a sign of things to come, and that one's motorcycles, so bring your best bike. If you're on legacy platforms, PS4, Xbox One, or PC Legacy, you'll miss the Premium Test Ride and HSW Time Trial specifically. Those are enhanced exclusive, but everything else this week is available across the board. Now, if you've only got a limited window to actually play this week, here's how I'd spend it. Start with the free stuff. It costs you nothing.
Take it or leave it.
And it's the highest value per minute you'll get all week. Grab the Sprunk and E-Cola bodysuits, pick up your free Hot Ring Saber, and if you're GTA Plus, claim that Gallivanter Warden before you do anything else. That's a genuinely free vehicle sitting there for the taking. After that, if you've got any interest in the Twitch drops, get your account linked now rather than later, since that ceiling of $2 million scales with time watched.
Cash.
And the earlier you start, the more of that 2-week window you're actually using. Then knock out your weekly challenge. 3 business battles for $250,000 is a strong return for a short session. From there, if you've still got time, lean into the 4x multiplier on hot ring circuit races or free mode content. That's the best rate on the board this week, and it pairs naturally with the free Saber you just picked up. Everything else, the 30% discounts, the prize ride grind, treat those as bonus content if you've got the time, not the core plan for the week. And if you're the kind of player who's been on this channel long enough to remember how differently we approached last week's video, that's genuinely the point I want you walking away with. Not every week is a money week, and treating every single update like it needs a 7-figure hook to be worth your time is going to burn you out chasing a payout that isn't always there. This week, the smart move is grabbing the free stuff efficiently and letting the Twitch drops run in the background if that fits your setup, not forcing a grind that doesn't match what's actually on offer. My honest take on this one: it's not the biggest money week we've had recently. Nothing here touches what the Panther statue was paying last week, but it makes up for it in free stuff. Between the bodysuits, the saber, the livery, the plates, and a potentially free SUV if you're subscribed, this is one of the better weeks purely for walking away with things without spending $1. And that's actually worth sitting with for a second, because I think it's easy to only measure a GTA Online week by its dollar figure. And if you do that, this week looks unremarkable. But add up what you're getting for free: the bodysuits, the livery, the plates, the saber, and the warden if you're subscribed, and you're looking at a genuinely healthy stack of value that just doesn't show up as a big number on a thumbnail. Weeks like the Panther statue grab headlines because the number's huge. Weeks like this one are the kind that quietly pad out your garage and wardrobe if you actually pay attention to them instead of skipping past because there's no 7-figure hook. So here's my question for you. Sprunk or E-Cola? Which side are you actually repping this week?
Selection.
Comments. Let's settle this properly. If this helped you plan your week, get that like in, get subscribed, and I'll see you with next week's update the moment it drops. One last thing before I go. We're getting closer to GTA 6 every single week, and it's worth remembering that content like this, free vehicles, brand events, Twitch integration, this is Rockstar actively still investing in keeping this game engaging this late into its life. Whatever November brings, weeks like this are proof they're not just coasting until launch. Appreciate you sticking around for this one. Rolling out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.